The program Good Morning from Benin, the issue from independent television, and with the waka they go, with the look matter when we say because our country Nigeria, and the one matter when we say don't say when we say they draw for ground now, don't day for some time now. Now be the one we say they meet for Asaba, Delta State capital. That one are 17 governors from the southern Nigerian states, and we'll put it like that. So when they meet, they can talk many things. You know. But as times come the waka they go. We can't hear different things then. Malamisi did not get right to talk. Senate presidency did not get right to make those demands. Garba Shehu will come out and not get right to make those demands. Different people can't get against that. Even some people say, we not even get the right to do meeting safe until we'll be seeing our colors before I go do that meeting. Well, as it be, the governor said there's no going back, say we want to continue. And from there, we want to take on today, make we look how they want to work, go back. Because according to they say no retreat, no surrender. So the governors then talk for the southern Nigeria. So we want to look this matter now. Because this one, go call two people to come. But we know so they are head sharp well for this matter. Maybe they talk to us on what they feel about it. Fares or Bere, now one person will be say he head sharp for this matter. Good morning. Honorable Monday Osai-Igbovo, former commissioner for two-time commissioner for Edo State, and many other local government chairman and everything. We go fit talk and say you don't see many things they won't be say concern security, local government level, even state level because of the different work when we say don't do for government. Now make us call you. We say good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
I greet you. Make we start from you, Okpere. The governors from the southern Nigeria, they say no going back or waiting a bit they don't talk. You know if you say yes, now the time they're supposed to sit down and talk this matter and be this. Because this one say I no agree, some say I no agree. The rope go cut. I want the rope cut, many things go spoil.
Me, I support the governors for this their meeting. Number one, I support them. Secondly, it don't overdue. Even if one come too late, safe the meeting one too late, because over time we don't see how insecurity don't drag us go from this country, and how the country don't degenerate into something else, because of the fact the people, the key stakeholders, never really sit down and say, okay, where we want to take this matter go. You know, and most of the resolutions when they reach for that their meeting, now waiting really suit my belly well. Particularly the issue of a total ban on grazing.
Or open grazing.
Open grazing for the south. You know, I never see a country where we say for 21st century we see the match cow from Sokoto to Benin to feed them. They stress the cow, they make them lose their energy and nutrients and everything. I never see that kind of thing before. And in the process, all these conflicts when the herders and the farmers they get, now because of say this outdated form of grazing cow, now part of the problem. If you see now, we say most part of the country now, like Benue, and even most parts, even the south, conflict with farmers and herdsmen, you don't feel come out because the government never really take the bull by the horn since, never really decide to say, okay, how we go address this issue. And if you look the comments by them Garba Shehu, it shows say the government, the federal government, not this sincere in addressing this issue of farmers and herders crisis. And now the governors, they don't take bold steps to say, okay, make we address this issue, make we address the issue of insecurity for our land. You see our governors, be the chief security officer of their own states, they allow them to address this issue by themselves. And part of addressing this issue now to make sure, say, make those when they farm. Not to say somebody they carry Gary farm, another person will carry cow, come enter the farm, destroy them. If you confront them, they will kill you in the process. That one a serious security problem.
Okay.
So I support the governors well for this move. And secondly, even this issue of total ban on grazing, open grazing, it will create more jobs for people. Because for Italy, for example, we could take Italy or Holland, for example. Holland, a country, we say that they raise a lot of cattle. And what they do, they be say, the person when they raise cattle and the person when they do cattle feed are two different business. Which means, even for here now, if you they raise your cattle if they follow the person when they grow grass, they buy feed. They buy, you must not they carry cow waka to feed them. You can buy grass, and that man can they grow that grass. Can they grow the elephant grass? They grow that kind of grass when we say the cow they eat. So every morning you go in go supply you the grass to feed your cow, creating job for yourself as your cattle rearer and the farmer when they grow the grass.
Okay, no wahala. You get one to when BC you talk, my brother, Honorable Osaibo. He said the meeting, it be like say it come a little too late. But when people talk about parable, so now when man wake up, now that's time be money. But the challenge when BC you get, other people they talk now, BC, it not be bad things when we meet. But to come implement those things when BC yes, say we not talk. And then the challenge there. I say you go take her out from there.
Well, make I first of all thank my brother, and then remind you that the last time we did here, somebody talks say they don't know what in South governors they do about open grazing. In short, he specifically asked me, say, what do you think say that they do? I say, size patient, something will happen. And to God be the glory, within a week, the South governors met and banned open grazing. But I don't know what concern Shehu Garba and even federal government on open grazing in South, destroying people's property, also destroying the life of human beings. We are aware of a lot of people that has been killed in Oriomo and Ovia Northeast between these herdsmen and farmers. Is Shehu Garba, Malami and others happy about it? That is a question for them to answer to the people of South and especially to the people of Edo State.
No,
Having said that,
okay.
You asked a specific question, whether it was too late. I do not believe it's late. I don't believe it's late. I believe in your parable, which is when you grow up, when you wake up in the morning, that is your money. So if it is so, in fact, there is a parable in Benin that when you are fighting, you don't just shout, the man bite me, oh. Bite does not start fighting. Maybe the man is punching you hard, you have no alternative, you hold him and you're not biting. So that is how
you get to fight, you to fight.
That is how security works.
Okay.
You prepare for it before you can attack it headlong and get the result.
Okay, in this kind of case now, when they talk and say no going back. And whether you like them or not, the person when say you hold the knife and the yam, now be federal government. The federal government say no. The number one security man went there for this country, or the number one lawyer, so to speak, for this country, Abubakar Malami, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, he say that one say no water. Professor Usman said they never call themselves, that is Fulanis before they say yes, they do that meeting. What do they call this man? People that won't be say they in charge, that Shehu Garba, he say that meeting, say they go to that meeting, but how they want to implement it. And he said Sage, he come and talk and say, that one bit on your talk, so just be like ordinary meeting. Until when BC now put law for the back. If they don't put the law, or they put the law, so to speak, then the National Assembly no agree call. Where we come dey?
Well, there's a law that a local government council can make to protect his people. Not to talk of the state or even South governors. A local government can make a law to stop open grazing.
Okay.
Because the chairman is the chief security officer of that local government. You cannot start killing his people.
You break the ground and come down.
Yes, the chairman as the person where they elect, where they say, go represent us for council. If you bring councillors together and they talk, say, no open grazing, no carry cow from place to place. We not say make you no rear cow, make you no. Everybody get poultry now. Everybody we get goats where people they pig can move from place to place, you know. But those who are rearing them put them in one place. So the one they are talking say, are we looking for police to implement? If they destroy my crops in my village, and I inform vigilante. The vigilante inform government. Who can stop them? Nobody is ready to use force. That is why maybe what they are saying in Abuja, they don't believe that people can protect themselves at any particular point. The issues that protecting yourself at a particular time, sometimes wrong counter or people can die.
Right.
So for what they are saying in Abuja, for me, I think it's a way of also saying that they talk in Abuja. If Autumn and other governors are also saying that open grazing costs a lot of things. My brother has said it. If there is no open grazing, you go and buy feed. For those who...
But you go help us to bring the grammar concept. Let's say speak grammar well. Let's say we know
no, what I mean be say, if I get where they put my cow and they feed them there, if I don't see chance take go, I don't get land, I don't see chance go...
Cut weed, can't give
Go God with...
People do when they say...
one person go there now, who go even they use pick up, they use Diana, they bring weed, they come there where they go to chop. Then doctor, animal doctor go there who know something about animal, go there who go there even to come to check them too. You don't see, instead of one person work now, 3 people, 2 people don't join them. Now so it they be. So for them to say, yes, if Sagi said there should be a law, governors who met, they know what they are doing. They have to first of all agree. Do we ban open grazing? Now that they have agreed, I'm also sure they are also putting the appropriate laws and rules and regulations.
If you talk, say the law, say we need the law to back all this our declaration and all of that. We talk about Autumn. Autumn put law for there. They say they keep people for that place. Many things they happen. Elders and farmers they get clash. That law it don't. Or the law don't address the problem when be say it come. Say business say make law day. And if law no day, if you talk about the law, no forget to say now federal government now get all the land.
No, that is not correct. That is not correct.
Okay. That one not correct.
Okay.
The states
okay.
Get their land. And secondly, when you talk about law, you always cite one example, which is Benue State. Despite the fact one or two clashes still happen in the state, the law when the governor put down don't go a long way.
Yeah, don't reduce, yes, completely.
Conflicts. Secondly, if you look at Ekiti State under the former governor Fayose, maybe one of the first governor when he take the bull by the horn, when really put law for ground, say if they see you they graze cattle, enter people farm, they will seize the cattle and put committee in charge. Put security in charge when they seize the cattle, they find the cattle headers. And the thing work, you know, to a large extent, the conflict between the farmers and the headers can reduce. And you see this thing, you say, not be only meat be the things when we need for the country. The man when they grow cassava, they equally as important as the man when they raise cattle. The man when they grow yam, they're very important also.
If not more important.
You understand? Because those ones are staple food. Now those ones then be the things we be say people fit do without meat. People fit do without meat, but you can't do without cassava. For Nigeria, you can't do without rice. That's the truth. Those on the staple food we say then they keep the country. You know how many people be saying now once a year they chop meat? They do this country. But they eat the garri every day. So if you destroy the cassava farms, in the process, you
because they want fiscal.
You understand? You got my village now, for example, now. My own village now. When I go village last, I talk to people there, they say, this one say, you know if you go farm, you know if you go farm, what did they happen? They say, they don't fit they go farm, say, herdsmen, don't they let them enter their own farm again. And now, they put thousands of farmers across the south for poverty. Because they don't feel go do their normal thing when they do before to survive. Now the inflation of food prices now don't go up. The cost of food prices don't go up because production they very low.
Farmers don't feel they go farm again.
Because farmers don't feel they go farm again. Where would they produce maybe so metric tons of garri before and yam before for the south? You know they finish that again because many people don't get discouraged.
Okay, I want me to put this on journal. Garba Shehu will say all the things when we say the governors then talk. They talk, I say, but they don't bring solution. According to I say they don't bring solution to the problem when they for ground.
They bring solution.
But he say no solution, sir.
He not going to see
He not go see us, because he not see him.
Because
He not dey see him.
Garba Shehu, with all due respect to his office when he did, don't take very tribal and ethnic posture for this whole matter. In they look everything based on, not they look and based on facts, now based on that ethnic bias.
So you think?
Now so into they look the things. So and the same thing with Malami. You know, if all these people come to sit down, say, okay, make we look this thing, make we look and well on the basis of economics. Make we look at if the man more they rear in cattle, rear them for one place, he feed them for one place, he carry and come from Sokoto, come Benin, he go still sell them. He go still sell them. He go still make it profit.
But get one thing when we say this
government.
Sorry,
sir, make I just abeg not verse.
No, carry on.
Make I finish. If he bring a cattle, he do like that, he go still sell it, he go still make a profit.
Yes.
The man when they here, me, I be poultry farmer. I know they carry fowl waka for streets, they feed them, they go. You go third, you buy feed. The man when they produce feed, they make money from the same fowl when you they raise. They make money. The dump when we they clear from our poultry, somebody when they carry plantain farm, go carry pick up, come buy them for your hand. You they make money
fertilizer.
As fertilizer. You they make money. You see the value chain, the economic value chain. So why we don't feed build that same economic value chain around the cattle business? Why did they make it look like say cattle business na ethnic something? Now when you talk about say okay, make we modernize the way we raise cattle for this country, people when they government, particularly for those when they federal government, go take on like an ethnic challenge, begin tribalize the thing.
But you
laugh when he talks say in a poultry farmer and in poultry put am for one place the fowl, so you not take am waka. You laugh. You don't know say if you take am waka, if he spoil my melon.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where I put my melon, where I the dry my rice.
As a melon farmer.
Exactly.
Yes. So that is why the man say if they put am for one place, because you laugh put say wetin fowl go fit do. He go scatter my melon, he go scatter my rice where I put for ground, he go scatter my groundnut.
Exactly.
Okay, but we look this other one when we say they not carry the things up and down now and everything. You know, sure say yes, they get one fundamental human right when we say yes, they go the breach like that. They get freedom of movement now.
Freedom of movement is also absolute. Freedom of movement not be say you move to my house, you don't go knock for ghetto. So if you get freedom of movement, you go move, you go enter my house, you go my bedroom. You don't knock for gate. If something happen to you, you should say freedom of movement day.
No, I just ask the question because I say yes, we don't know what it is. Yes.
See, for Nigerian law, they get freedom of movement for Nigerians.
Okay.
As far as you are a Nigerian citizen, for Nigeria, cow not be citizen. Cow will not get freedom of movement for Nigeria. Now human beings
not get freedom of movement.
So a Fulani man can move from Sokoto to Benin. He get freedom of movement. If he decide to buy land for here, if he decide to reside here, if he decide to raise a family here, yes,
no problem for that.
The law permit him to do one. What did the law not permit now? It not permit cattle to move from Sokoto to Benin. Cattle not get freedom of movement for Nigerian constitution. So if you want to make Hausa man or any Fulani man or anybody or Benin man or Esako man carry cattle from anywhere to anywhere, then go back to the constitution and give the cattle the right to move about. You know if you carry cattle, the entire people farm, they destroy their livelihood. You say in the name of freedom of movement. Cattle don't get that kind of freedom for Nigeria. They don't get the freedom to move from place to place. So if they raise cattle, raise them for somewhere when you go fit monitor their movement, monitor their where they are feeding and everything.
Some two governors, even from the north, Governor Aminu Masari of Katsina State, even in the state of the president, he say, what did they say? The kind of grace when you do now, say it's even outdated. Governor Ganduji, he come out too. He said that one too. He said it's very un-Islamic because most of the time be to the carry cattle for that place to place like that and all of that. You know, if you say these governors now, when we say come from the south, if they lobby some of these governors, the way we say don't they come out or say they themselves they against open grazing, this is not going to pass them into law, because the way they be now, whether we like them or not, this one when we say consign the law, when we say the Senate President Ahmed Lawan don't talk and say the one that they talk, so say in no hot water. All these are people when we say they go hit the gavel, and once the yes they always they have her. If I don't have to say yes,
Shado,
you feel like that.
This law to ban open grazing does not require the 36 states. Never. It does not require the 36 states. Like I've just said, you can't come to my house, you come to my bedroom, or you come to meet me for parlor, and I know say I lock gates, or gate in my house, you no knock.
You just see
you just see me, and I get a knife there where maybe they eat my food. I go take and shoot you first now. So it not require 36 states, not require Senate, not require House of Rep. The law is, the movement of cow, movement of human being are two different things, like what my brother said. And the destruction they have done, no matter who owns the cow, no matter, even the man taking the cow around from Sokoto to Benin, to Ekiti, to Ondo, the person, don't you think that person will also be sick on the way? We are not even, they are not even considering those ones.
So that will not be, that one we say we go take what in the Minister of Agri talk. The other time we say bring one recommendation come. Because that one every person they tell us say Garba Shehu will say they already get some recommendation before. That we say concern Ruga and the rest. Are we saying now say
what is Ruga?
Say they will put people for one place, but they will put school, they will put everything there, but the place has to go around.
We are saying no. We are saying no to that because it's your personal business.
Personal business.
It's your personal business.
Okay.
If you are not telling me as maybe a local government chairman, as a community to bring land, you want to come and put school here, you want to come and put church, mosque, put everything, and somebody should come and be rearing cow there. Is the cow going to be distributed to the community free of charge? Are you not going to sell them? Is it not the same business that the man that is rearing goat is doing? Exactly. The man that is rearing pigs, is it not what he's doing?
So how do we react to the way this man talking about? I mean, say the banning of these people open grazing is like synonymous to say they ban spare parts tire for the north. Or spare part.
I think Nigerians has reacted to that, you know.
No,
because
Nigerians reacted to that.
You know why I said so. You know why I said so. You know why I said so.
You never tell me.
If early in the morning, you did not go to school.
They bring the grammar come down.
And you not go to school at all.
The money.
And your picking day where they do well for school. If they bring the results, you go give a brother, go look and say, the boy they do well, encourage them. Now carry first that day. Carry first now, still carry first. Why you can't carry second? You will say, okay, maybe because you know well that day. And then you now just come home, you say, me that picking not go school again. You think you are doing that picking bad. You will not go school at all, you do yourself bad. Because that paper where they go give my brother, make it read for you. Now that picking for the reader for you. Okay. Malami not do like say we go school. Like this thing is not killing of people, destroying of food. We said it here the other day. You see the weather itself now. The weather itself now, this is natural now. A lot of things are dying now. A lot of crops are dying now. You will see the hunger we're there next year. By next year, if you reach Selu Market, where you see wasted foods, wasted this, you don't even see bad. Not talk or say the thing one waste. Because if me where the farm never chop my own finish, I know break on market now. So I think his reaction might be he didn't really listen to what the South governor said. He did not care to look at the communique. You know, hear what they talk. You know, maybe somebody just talk just like you journalists now. You just meet and say, they meet for Asaba. They say they don't ban open grazing. Maybe that is why the man said what he said.
Okay, but more look at
it. Sorry, may I add to what talk? And you know, when I talk just now, say Malami and Garba Shehu, they always look this thing from
one side.
Now, we look we'll compare the business and the strategy of the business we talk about. So, spare part business. The Igbo man mainly the Igbo people.
And they deal on spare parts.
Deal on spare parts. Not just only for the north, but almost for across the whole country. And everybody know that one. Now the Igbo man go Germany or go China or go anywhere where the source in this spare part. He buy them for container. He carry and come. He offload them for Lagos. He pack them for truck. He drive the truck to Kano. He reach Kano. He offload them for in warehouse or for in shop. He called the other people when he gets, when they still bring money together, when they gather, go buy this thing. They can't carry that one, bring motor, he pack your put, he can't go in store, he dare everybody store. You want buy tomorrow, you can't go in store. Hey, my tire burst, I want buy tire. How much? He give you tire. Hey, my shock has never break, I want buy you, he give you. You know they
from
carry
his
that.
Store.
You know they carry that. Wait, you know they carry that from his store. You know they carry that spare part now. Drive and enter somebody farm, scatter in rice or in tomatoes when they don't plant for north, root all of the commode. Use the spare parts, destroy all of them. You know they do them. You know that kind of spare parts one day now enter farmer where farmers they farm. They farm tomatoes and onions for the north there. Make it carry shock as well. Go hit farmer head for inside bush. Why you the farm? You know they do them. So I don't see where the comparison for corn. When you go say they can be like they ban people when they sell spare parts for. That's why I tell you say Malami and Gabashewu, they look this thing from the tribal side. The moment they stop, they put tribal coloration. Make I break at that. So they make I look like say now between north versus south.
They put everybody interest together.
They look as okay. Make we look this thing. Because Honorable Dr. Gerson say now private business. Make we look this thing from the angle of pure business. Now business, you dey train fowl, you go buy fowl food, take train your fowl. You want sell to make money. The same person when go carry for go run, go clear 50 acres of land, plant cassava put. If they do want to make money, not be only you go carry cutlass clear that kind of land. No. You don't invest money to carry people come clear. You don't go buy stems.
You don't call people plant them. You don't invest when the time come.
They clear. You don't go Lagos Street, go buy chemical to spray this thing. So the chain, the business, even that cassava, so it get value chain. The people will go process them different from the man when go grow them. The people will sometimes go sell them different from the person when go grow them. Now value chain. The person will go supply you chemical, we they spray herbicides and all those stuff. Now it's all the same value chain. When they come to other this, we they look at the complete value chain of that business. But when it comes to cattle rearing for Nigeria, we look at it and say, now the prerogative of one particular ethnic group. Any attack on this, any time to say we can modify the way they do this business, trouble don't come. The presidency can't stand up. Oh no! Now, go look what happened for Odo recently. See the confrontation with the Odo State governor and the Gabashewu they get. Now shameful this thing say somebody will be the spokesman of the president of the presidency go come they condescend to that level to come they throw ethnic this thing make I look like say now between northerners and this thing. And what did the governors then talk? Not be ethnic matter. They don't narrow down to only the Fulanis.
Okay, no problem.
If
now.
me and they train cow for Edo and they carry waka, the ban still affect me.
Everybody.
You don't say make me Edo man they carry your cow.
No.
Make Fulani man stop you. So make those when they speak for the president, make them stop to they put this ethnic.
But we know it's not be only Fulani people they carry cow. We don't use so many people. So what does it call them headers and the rest. So before we come out now, in this case now when we say the governor say we no go agree and the presidency is also so one time, what we go do now? Maybe 30 seconds.
What we go do?
What the governors go do?
What the governors go do is very clear. Like I said, this destruction of crops and everything is happening in the villages. So if it happen in any village, the people go cry, come out. Governor go take action what they're supposed to take.
Like which kind of action?
The law is very clear. If you destroy
they don't get law now.
Law, they forget about open grazing to start with.
Okay.
Law, they if you carry anything, either bulldozer, grader, you go scatter my farm. Law, they now, there are very many laws, there are punishments.
So the implementation now will be the problem.
The implementation will come.
Okay.
Because when you don't do them, you disobey. When the implementation will come, you go see them.
Okay. So I go ask of you now, for your own now, what do you feel these governors will do now to address this issue?
They don't address the issue they come. The second stage now implementation.
Okay.
if the police and the army not go implement am, use your local vigilantes. Use them. Now you be security officer of your state. Fayose do am before we see am. Ask the vigilantes, give them say no more movement of cow across the state. If you see where they move cow, seize am. They will come pay fine before you release the cow to them. And they go show evidence of say they get where they want to restrain the cow keep before you even release them to them. Which means they go show you in a farm or in warehouse or a slaughter ground where you slaughter cow or a ranch where you don't procure keep to kill those cows before government go release them to them. It's simple.
Forrest Okpere, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Monday, Sagbabo, Honorable, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Next time we'll call on national conversation face here.
Thank
We'll
you.
take small break now. Other matters they won't be we could talk about. Not go anywhere. The matter they will take them one after the other. We'll take the one BC yes, it concerns matter when BC will still concern me and you after this break. Stay with us.